Hey, welcome back to another episode of John's Crypto Therapy. On today's episode, we're going to look at the comic book drops and really understand what the price value is going for. I think it's pretty cool when you look at all of these comic books. And let me know what you guys got. Did anyone in my audience did get a secret rare or ultra rare? Please let me know in the comments below. I would love to know. For the Marvel drop, this was pretty cool. I actually got 6. And out of the 6, I got 2 ultra rare and the rest were actually all common. So it's pretty cool to know that I actually got some, and I was actually surprised the change of luck actually on my side to actually get an ultra rare. I wanted the secret rare, and I know in the value in the market it's going for really high, and I wouldn't be surprised over time it continues to go up because it's such a cool looking comic book. Okay, but what was really strange to me was I thought the colored book would have been the ultra rare, but it made sense that it wasn't the ultra rare. Reasons why: this is common and a lot of people would be getting it, so because of that I guess they wanted to give the colored one to a lot of people, so it gives them value in a sense. And the ultra rare was the gray one, so it's like a black and white. It's pretty cool at the end of the day, and I like this drop. So the Marvel comic books were pretty cool. So when we're looking back into Journey into Mystery, I was wondering for all my audience, did you guys even get a chance to get one? See, I was waiting early in the morning and I was super pumped to get at least some. I thought I was gonna get at least 5, 6 or something like that, because I do realize like a lot of people are buying this and it's getting oversold quickly, but I only got a chance to get 2, so I was really surprised. Is it the same for you guys? So let me know in the comments below. Did you guys get any Journey into the Mystery, any of those? I did only get 2 common ones. I was so unfortunate. I really wanted to get the ultra rare one, but it did not work out. That's totally fine. I am looking for the next drop that is called the Fantastic Four. That is later today, so I can't wait. I am filming near the nighttime, so I'm going to be dropping this early morning, so you guys are going to be seeing this. Hopefully my luck does go well, because this is Fantastic Four, the first edition one. I think the secret rare does look out of this world. I'm going to look for that, but if I cannot get that, that's totally fine. Ultra rare would be my second to go for. I'm excited for this. Let me know what you guys would get. And a lot of people are also talking about, would these comic books be placed into your showroom, or would it have like some kind of frame or some kind of cover case? And I think that'll be pretty cool to see how it's going to be framed. But I know of now you can't place it in your showroom, but I guess in the near future they're going to have a way to make it into your showroom, so it'll make it more fun for a lot of people to just go in there and read. I like the cool aspect of the comic book where you can read from page 1 to 65. I like that aspect of it, knowing that you could be a part of that, right? And you could go anywhere. You don't have to have the book. So that's the cool thing. You don't have to have the book. All you need is a mobile device that logs into your VV app, and then you guys could go through the comic books when you're on a plane, or when you're in a train, or going to work, on a bus, or anything of that. So I think this is pretty cool when they're looking at this type of drop. Okay, see, this is where I'm going to change as a topic, because a lot of people are actually, I think, slowly dying out, slowly not believing in the project a little. Reasons why: they're trying to do other certain coins or other stuff. See, from the get-go, I did tell you guys something really special. When I told you guys move your Ecomi tokens to other coins to trade it to make more money to bring into Ecomi coin, the reasons why: I did know something was going to happen. I did believe that the Ecomi project, we were super early in the stage, and because of that, I did not want a lot of investors or a lot of new people to just invest everything they got in the beginning, knowing that we're not going to be skyrocketing right away. And because of that, you could have made other profits. So what I've already done was I've already invested in Cardano, VeChain, you got Band Protocol, you got a lot of stuff like Bitcoin, Ethereum, and you can look at Binance Coin. All of these coins are really doing well, and they're actually propelling to higher levels. And a lot of people are getting sick of the fact that, you know what, Ecomi token is not exploding. And I totally understand your pain, because you guys are just invested into it and you just want to make profit, but it's not happening. But that's the problem with certain communities, because we see other projects scaling and getting mass adoption and rising to next levels, and we're staying stagnated. It doesn't mean the project is shit or the project is not worthful. It is worth a lot of stuff, and we just need to take time and understand that sometimes it's better to be the slow one. It's better to be the turtle, guys, instead of being the fast rabbit, because sometimes the fast rabbit will try to run too fast and burn out, while the turtle can catch up with momentum and slowly make things right. So this is where I'm going to switch the topic. We're going to look at Supercell. So the reasons why I'm going to switch the topic to Supercell is for a lot of people to understand something very important. We don't need games, guys. Let me make this clear as I can, okay, guys? We don't need games that are basically like Fortnite. We don't need games like Call of Duty. Those are going to be high definition games. It's going to take a million or billions of dollars and a lot of money, guys. This is a lot of money to put into that aspect. And when you look at a lot of games, they have a lot of people working in the background. I would say more than maybe 50 to even 100 people looking at all the animation, you know, the background scenery, the action, the items, the tools. And for Vivi to do such a big scalability to that, it is going to be such a great process for them to do so, but it's going to take them more than ever. And a lot of people do have hope and saying, you know, Vivi is going to explode. A lot of people are saying Ecomi is going to explode in the next 10 years. And I love that mindset. Please keep thinking like that. It is a long-term project. Please do not believe it's going to scale by next year and we're going to see $1 by next year. That is super unrealistic. But saying that does not mean it cannot happen. Anything is possible in the world of crypto. Also, a lot of people are giving a little fuss around the fact that, you know, why are there so much games that are earned to play and Vivi can't do that, right? What are Vivi gonna do? What is Ecomi going to do? Are we even gonna see something big in the Viviverse? Are people that are building the Viviverse hesitant to tell us what is going to be in there? Is this going to be a letdown? Is this going to actually propel us? Is this going to make us believe that this could be something that we're gonna love? And guys, I just wanna talk about Supercell because we don't need games like Fortnite. We need games like Supercell. And the reasons why I'm talking about Supercell, if you guys do know Supercell, you'll understand the top 5 games, more or less the games that are around us right now that we see a lot of people playing in tournaments. When I say tournaments, they're winning high prizes, high stakes. And guys, there's skins, there's a lot of tournaments going on, there's prizes, and there's so much things we could do. And this aspect is not a high graded build. It's more like a cartoonish look, and it's not a high graded build. So that's why I think it's super easy. And the community can come around and actually build backgrounds, can build characters themselves, and use it as default skins. And I think this is pretty cool. I know it's gonna be some work for the Ecomi team, but if anyone can do this, I truly do believe the Ecomi team should look into this, okay? Or even partner up with Supercell. So Supercell is a mobile game developer based in Helsinki, Finland, okay guys? When you realize this, since our launch in 2010, it already exploded. We've bought 5 games to the global market: Heyday, Clash of Clans, Boom Beach, Clash Royale, and Brawl Stars. So the games that everybody does know right now is Clash of Clans. Everybody does know Brawl Stars as well. So if you do like farming, of course Heyday will be one of those. And the reasons why I'm saying this, because I remember I was watching a video, and if I'm not mistaken, one of the members on Ecomi did say something really special. They're not looking to copy a game. And this is where I think sometimes a flop could happen. See, in a sense, I understand what they're trying to say. They don't want to follow a game. They want to make their own original game, get addictive purposes behind it, and be the first to ever do that type of game. But to engineer that, you need a huge creative background and a huge creative mindset and more developers. You need to put more money into it and get unique thinkers, unique creators to come into the platform, give their opinions, and understand if this idea is going to work for Ecomi. And for us to see that, we need to see if they have the money and if they have the resources to do so. And if they don't have that, the Viviverse is going to fall short, because a lot of people are depicting a big genre, a big section, a huge thing to happen. And I feel like if it does let go really slowly and it doesn't come to everyone's criteria, I truly do believe Ecomi, the price is going to go down all the way, okay? And you need to understand, there is still a great possibility we will see 2 cents and 5 cents. So please do not give up on this project. Because you see other coins scaling does not mean this coin cannot. So please understand that, okay guys? So back to the topic, when we look at this and they're telling me they cannot follow other games, it's really foolish to see why not, right? So the reasons why I brought this up: Supercell already created a game called Heyday and it's doing fantastic. Heyday already brought back great revenues, and when we're looking at the millions to a billion section, it is a ton of money all of these games are put together, bringing the company in general. And Heyday is a game basically about a farm. I'm gonna switch it to a gameplay or a scene so you guys can watch how this gameplay of Heyday is being brought. So it's very simple, guys. It is just a tutorial slash clip on how the game is being played and all the things you have to do. I will be talking while the video is going so you guys understand exactly what Hay Day is about, okay? So let's get into that. So guys, when you look at Hay Day, look at this very carefully. You just basically have a farm, you're building land, you're cutting down trees, you're scoping your land and getting the most of your resources. And because you're doing that, you could go fishing, could do a lot of certain things, and you're battling against other peoples in virtual lands and seeing which ones you could create faster or more. So guys, when you see the video of Hay Day, that's the basic gist of everything, okay? So you're building land, you're understanding you're a farmer, and you're getting crops, you're getting animals, and you're making everything make sense because at the end of the day, you're trying to make a living. And that's the cool thing about this. The other thing I want to say, there is already a game like Hay Day in the crypto space right now. It's called Town Stars. So if you guys do not know what Town Star is, I'm going to log in right here. I'm going to show you a little gameplay, a little clip. It's super amazing to see. This game is play to earn. And this is why a lot of people are maybe getting flustered about Ecomi because we don't have that yet. But you need to understand the purpose of Ecomi in the beginning was actually just an NFT project. And what's going to scale Ecomi is the IPs that we already have. And this is why it's going to be special, because I'm going to be talking about Brawl Stars and why Ecomi, if we can follow anything remotely like Brawl Stars, we are going to make a ton of money. I do believe Ecomi skyrocketing and making a ton of money. If you guys do believe that, please make sure to like, share, and subscribe. So let's jump in right here to Town Star and I'll show you a little gameplay right here. So guys, when you look at this gameplay, okay, this is how it works. You're basically playing a play to earn game. All right, so you got your towns, you got hay, you got everything. You got to buy fuel, gas, and you're running this beautiful world. You could go into the market, you could sell your items, get more for your items, and liquidate it to other projects or other sections in your farm. All right, also you guys do need to understand something very special. Every 6 days you get scrapped. Everything goes to scratch. You start basically from zero. And because you start from zero, every single time you got to build up that level. And normally what happens is very simple. At the end of the week, all right, whoever gets the highest amount of earnings or any transaction of that nature, you will get something special. You'll get more earnings. You'll get something called coins from the game developer itself. So that is a cool way to see that if you are on top of the world and you understand there's sections that you can buy and build and you do your best to get to those levels, you will get some kind of staking coin or just coins in general. And that's going to boost it up because you could go and sell those coins for real life cash. This is why when you look at games like Supercell and what they already created, guys, this is something they already created, but it's not in a crypto world. This is my way of saying if Ecomi could partner up somehow with Supercell and do some kind of NFT project, or say, you know what, Supercell, because you have these type of characters, all right, can we give you our NFTs? But of course they have to call up the NFTs, make a contract for that. But this is where it gets really interesting. I think VV or Ecomi should do something like this, but they're not going to make no money. They're going to break even. And this break even, a lot of people will say it's not good for business, but it is good for business. Because if they could break even, all they're doing is bringing in people. And if they bring in people, guys, think about it. They're going to get known to the project. And what they need to do is to compound on their NFTs. And because doing so, they will make money off of that. So they might not make money off of the game. That's totally fine. But realizing that they're bringing in people because of the game, that's like the marketing aspect, the NFT will explode because more people will understand what it is. So it's like a marketing based strategy, okay? So now we are going to move on to the Brawl Stars. I want to show you guys something really, really cool. This is the game that I've been playing for a little while. It's only a side game. I only look to play for like 10-15 minutes. But even though, because it's not my lifestyle to play video games, I do like to look into video games to realize what's the purpose behind it, what's the addictive purpose, and is it really going to affect the next generation? Is it getting everyone on and on? So like I said, we do not need games with just Modern Warfare or guns or Call of Duty or anything like that. PUBG, we don't need games like that to be successful. Guys, this is still a big project that is taking time, and we got to understand it's going to be a slow process. But for you to give up on this coin, that's totally fine if that's who you are, but I truly do believe you should still stake some, still have some, and hold it and maintain it, because I truly do believe this coin is going to explode. So let's look up Brawl Stars. If you guys do know what Brawl Stars are and you guys do play Supercell games, Please make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Let me know what's your favorite game. I do want to talk to the community because I think this is really powerful. I really do believe if we could talk to each other and get a discussion going and understand what is possible for Ecomi. What do you guys think Ecomi could do right now to skyrocket their price or do massive marketing to get more appeal to the bigger generations and even the younger generations to understand that this is going to be the future of the NFT platform? So let's go into Brawl Stars. Let's take a look at this right now. Guys, when I say Brawl Stars is super cool, take a look at this, please, guys. So it's basically 3-on-3. All you're doing is a task. This one is called Bounty. You see on the top of these characters, there's stars. There's 3 or 2 or whatnot. Each time you kill, you get more stars. So by the end of the round, the more stars you collect as a team, you basically win the game, all right? What I'm trying to show you is very simple. This game, yes, it still needs some kind of background in technology and how to build it. I totally understand, but it's not high advanced. It's not like super advanced like Call of Duty. You got grenades exploding, the graphics and everything like that. It's not that high resolution if you look at it. This is just a fun, innocent game that you can have fun with it. And remember, everyone does have their own abilities. And because everyone has their own abilities, it's super fun because you work with your weaknesses and strength, make a solid team and understand how to play this. The reasons why I'm talking about this is very simple, guys, because when you look at it, this game is pretty cool. But these characters, no one really knows other than the fact that they built this, and over time, everybody knows who Tick is, everyone knows who El Primo is and stuff like that. These are the characters in the game. We already have IPs. Imagine if Ecomi could call up Supercell saying, you know what, can we do every month or something like that, or every other month? Can we do a special where you incorporate us, our NFTs in your gameplay? Maybe make all the characters into Marvel characters and have their own abilities. Imagine doing that. Imagine Marvel characters moving around the same way these characters are doing right now. And while they're moving around, they do special tasks. And each time you win, guess what? You get Omi tokens, or you can get the opportunity to stake an Omi token, or you get a treasure chest. You get something really cool. If we can get games like this, I truly do believe a lot of youth will get involved and start streaming it on Twitch. We got Skype, playing with different people all over the world. You got Instagram, you got Twitter, and this is where I think Ecomi can do to explode. What could happen for Ecomi could be two things in this sense. It could skyrocket the next bull cycle and all of a sudden it goes up, or guys, we could see something dramatic. After VVverse comes out, a lot of people slowly disbelieve and their strategy to Ecomi is not there anymore. They're gonna fold on the coins. Yes, we'll get more and more people involved as much as we lose, but you gotta understand, in order for the community to be strong, we need to have everyone in the community working together and building this beautiful project. So like I said, I could truly see Ecomi skyrocketing, but next year when the bear market does happen, I think that's when they're gonna rethink, reevaluate everything they're doing, see if the VVverse actually hits a home run. If not, that's when they're gonna crank up their strength and build a team better and stronger and work on little aspects that they can make better. Okay, they're gonna crank up everything next year, and if that's the case, we're gonna really see a lot of tokens being burnt because the coins are gonna be at the very low and the dirt cheap. So because of that, I do believe a lot of Omi tokens are gonna be burnt, and we just have to wait it out. Okay, guys. So the reminder to all of this is very simple. Please still have the future sight. Still have the faith that you already had in the beginning to understand if Ecomi can go there. Still be strong in your belief to realize that maybe, just maybe, this coin can change your life. If you do have that ambition, if you do believe in this project, guys, like I said, please make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Now we're gonna move on to the Omi token. We're gonna move on to BTC and we're gonna look at price action. So let's get started. Let's get into that. Okay, guys, so we're back into the Omi chart. Let's look at this very carefully. We looked at price, so we wanted to see price actually break this R2 pivot, which it did not. Because of that, we did not look to buy any bullish returns in investment reasons why we want to see a breakout of structure, then come back down and buy that zone. What we have is something very special. This is like a bull flag pattern, so a lot of people would love to see this. So let me draw this out as much as I can for you guys. So let's look at this very carefully. So let's take away all these lines right here. Let's make it a little bit cleaner. Let's zoom in and perfect. So clearly we could see something very special is happening. We see that we did have a breakout of structure. once we had a breakout of structure, we tried to see if the market was going to bounce off of this back end of this trend line, which it did a couple of times. We seen a push to the upside. It did not break the zone that we were talking at 0.0030, thus showing us that the confluence to the upside is not as strong. So because it's not as strong, we do see a lot of sellers coming in, or if anything, this is a consolidation phase. And because we're in a consolidation phase, we can do two things. We can wait for a market to give us the right information to buy the market or to sell the market. All we know is very simple is, look, we got a breakout of structure. That is a bullish move. We also have a closing of structure on the opposite side, a bullish move. We also have a lot of rejection on the pivot zone, a bullish move. And we're above the pivot zone, bullish move. But the problem when you're looking at everything is you got to put into scopes, you got to put into perspective on where the market is trying to go. We understand that the market is above this trend line, so don't worry about that. We're going to delete this trend line to draw a different one as well to understand what the market is trying to do. Put it right here on this body, and let's just zoom in like this. Okay, guys. So when we see this very carefully, let's put this into black as well. Let's do a thin one. Okay, we can see we got 3 touches. The market went down and it's consolidating in a sense. Okay, so a lot of people will be like, hey John, look, I'm looking to buy the Ecomi token. Where can price go, or is price actually going to continue to dump? If it's going to continue to dump, guys, we need to see a retrace back into the channel formation. Okay, it did not. It is outside the channel, so we have a good understanding that this market is ready to go up. But are we going to be super bullish until the fact that 0.0036 is not broken? No, we're not going to be super bullish. We're still going to take profit. The reasons why we're going to take profit, we need the zone to be broken before we understand that the cycle is going to explode. It's going to start putting some boosters on, and we're going to see a huge pump. Because of that, we're just not worried. We're going to understand what the market is going to do. Okay, the sentiment is going lower. We are finding great rejections on pivot 1. So this zone can actually be great levels to buy the market and see where the price is going. But a lot of traders would say, you know what, John, I want to buy it, but I'm concerned. I don't know what to do. I don't know how to trade. I need to figure this out. If you guys want more confirmation, it's very simple to do. Let me take away the pivot zone right here, and let's zoom in really carefully as well, okay? So I zoomed it in. I just wanted to look at this structure for you guys, okay? So this structure is that move. This move right here would be the bullish move up and the consolidation to the side, and we'll basically decide if the market is going to do a certain thing. So a lot of people that are looking to buy, it's very simple. Let's look at this very carefully. Let's connect the highs right here. All right, so we connect the highs, and does this highs actually make sense? Absolutely. We got a lot of rejections off of these zones, so we can see that the price is going lower. Also, if we're looking at as a flag pattern, let's do this very carefully. Okay, we made it like that. Boom, we have this beautiful formation, and right now we need to understand something is going to happen. And in order for this to happen, guys, we need to see a breakout out of this line. We need to see a breakout out of this line. And if you guys are wondering, this is a bullish flag. And for a bullish flag, if you're looking at take profit, just go to the bottom of the wick, go to the top of the move, grab that. Wherever the breakout is, guys, you put it there. Okay, so let's just say the breakout just happened right here. We put it right there. And if you zoom out, and when you guys zoom out, this will be your take profit. So let's do that and see exactly where take profit lands, okay? So when you look at take profit lands exactly around 0.0034, and that is such a coincidence, guys. When you look at this, this is where we had our huge rejections, huge moments where the market was rejected around 0.0036. So we can see that there is great support and resistance zone. Okay, so for that reasons, let's look at this very carefully. We got a wick rejection here, we got another wick rejection here as well, guys. If you guys look carefully, we have a lot of wick rejections. Okay, and because of that, we can absolutely see price going up here. We could have another wick rejection. So the only way that we could see the structure being broken is when we see a lot of news come and consolidate together and see price actually going towards there. So what I will say here is when we have a lot of broker or big news for the price to break down, if we cannot break down this zone, I truly do believe a sideways market or even lower in price. All right. So having a lower price does not mean anything negative. It just means that this is where the price should be. And a lot of people are just looking to buy or sell, or just don't know where the market is trying to go. Okay, so remember, we have the natural pivot point right here. So let me draw that out as well. So we have a natural pivot point right here. I wouldn't be surprised if the market does break this and it goes up. So guys, remember this zone right here when we're looking for targets at 0.0034 if you guys are buying. remember, if you guys are buying, would you guys buy the market here? Let me talk to you guys about this. If you buy the market here, you need to worry about this right here, this trend line. You need to also worry about this trend line. Also, you need to look at this zone. So there's 3 things you got to worry about. So as a safe trader, if you guys do not want to get into the market and risk your money, because we can see a retest right here going down, we can see another retest going down, or we can see another retest on this trend line going down, be safe with your trading. Understand that there's keys to this, there's levels to this, and there's key levels that you need to break before you start looking more bullish. All right, we do have this bullish pattern. We do see that this take profit is possible. So in order for this to happen, we need to see many things. So for that, we need to see a push up. Let's just see a push up retest of this trend line. All right, we need to have a little minor pullback, and once we do have a pullback, maybe the back end of this trend line, all right, we'll maybe see a back end price of this trend line. That would not be surprised if we do see that. And if we do see that back end of that trend line, it's totally fine. And it can land back at this beautiful pivot zone. So that'll be cool to see, because that's more confluence on where the price can go. And then maybe we can see price actually going back here and retesting this beautiful zone. And if we see a test on that zone, we can see price going back down and touching the back end of this trend line. And if we do see price touching the back of this trend line, then we should be clear to go and try to get our take profit at 0.0034. Okay guys, that's the way I like to see things. But this is where you need to be worried. If we do not see a breakout of this beautiful trend line right here, we have 3 touches, 1, 2, 3. If we do not see a break of this trend line, guys, we can clearly see the market continue to fall. And if the market does break this low, then we need to be worried to the fact that this market can get lower. If this low right here exactly at 0.0025 gets broken exactly off of this move, guys, we will see a dump in price. And I'm going to be honest with you, I still do believe if this does not get broken, this trend line right here on the top side, we can see a sideways movement. Over time, the sideways movement can actually hit our 0.0020 level. And that's the time we should buy as much Ecomi tokens as we can, because that's a really dirt cheap price, okay? So like I said, we'll wait for this trend line to be broken. I do believe this flag pattern is going to break the upside. If it does break this flag pattern momentum to the upside and it cannot break this zone right here, this line, we will see a rejection and we can see a back end test of this trend line. So we need to be careful. If we're looking to buy, look after all of these zones are met, okay? So exactly 0.0030, once that's broken, we can look for a pullback, then shoot to 0.0034. So be careful. If we cannot break this zone, we're still looking for a flip over exactly to 0.0020. Okay, guys? And hopefully this does help you guys. I'm not trying to make it confusing. I'm not going to talk about Elliott wave. I'm not going to talk about crap pattern, bad pattern. I'm not going to talk about all these patterns, because a lot of times it does confuse a lot of students. Because of that, I am going to keep it simple. So this flag pattern, the reasons why it's a flag pattern, we got to push the upside and we have a rejection. And this rejection is just a consolidation phase. And this consolidation phase is just a way to say, I want to pull back, get a great level, then push price up. I do look for the 50 retracement. This is not a 50. This is more of a 61.8. So let me do that as well so you guys can see that. So when we look at the rejection right here, and let me zoom this in real quick, you guys can see that the rejection is similar right here to 61.8. So it's not a 50, a flag pattern. I do prefer it to be above 50, but that's totally fine. 61.8 is just a little bit lower. We could see a great price action and we could see a skyrocket in price. So please do not be afraid if you think the price cannot go up. Absolutely it can. We just need to see a break of structure. We have 2 beautiful trend lines, also this flag pattern right here, and this beautiful horizontal support and resistance zone. Once we break this zone, guys, I do want to tell you we will absolutely see price going to 0.0034, and there's going to be a lot of buy orders. But remember, we will see a low price of 0.0020 if it continues to go to the downside, and if a lot of believers are actually losing hope on this token, we will see price going down. So please be worried about this, guys. I know a lot of YouTubers are talking about volume indicators, but guys, you got to be really cautious about that. Reasons why volume indicators are being manipulated by brokers, because sometimes they do not give you the right volume. I'm telling you this off of experience. That's why I try not to use those volume indicators they provide. Most of the time, it's only good for their brokers and the people that work for them. So that's why they make money. So in order for us to make money, we need to understand what the market is going to do. If you guys are really ready to learn, please watch these videos and do the best you can to understand what I'm trying to say, okay? I understand I do have beginners, I do have pro traders, I do have middle class, so I'm trying to benefit everyone. I'm not trying to go all beginner, I'm not trying to go all advanced. I want to make it comfortable for everyone to understand how to trade. So let's move into the BTC right now and let's get started with that. So welcome back, guys. This is the BTC. So when we were looking at this beautiful divergence, we seen that price was going down. We seen a rejection right here, 38. We were looking for the 50. 50 was more of a comfortability zone to buy the market. That's saying it should go there or it cannot go there. That's totally fine. We understand that there's great levels to buy the market, okay? So when we look at this, let's look at this very carefully and understand what is going on with the market. So when we understand when we're looking at pullbacks, this pullback was against the trade. This wasn't the natural trend. The natural trend is bullish. So because of that, we are going to see more bullish penetration to the upside. And because of that, when you look left, the reasons why we have a reversal is very simple. We have a beautiful retracement of 38%, but also to the fact that there is support and resistance, the left historical data point, thus making it a great zone to buy. If you guys missed this buying opportunity, no fear. This is what I'm going to show you guys, okay? I'm going to show you guys really how to dive in and try to become better traders. A lot of people, when you look at the daily, you don't know where to enter, you don't know where to sell, all right? When you knew that this beautiful candle was going to the upside, closed above this candle. So let me draw this out for you guys right here. So when we seen a close above this candle right here, we had it right there. You see how this red candle, guys, this green candle closed above this red candle. So after this candle, we already knew something special was going to happen. We seen that the price was going to dictate and it was going to push to the upside. And clearly right here, you guys can see that the price did push higher. We have this beautiful engulfing green candle, guys, a bullish candle engulfing. That is showing us a crazy amount of pressure to the upside. And this is where a lot of people would understand how to trade. How can I get into a position right now to dictate where the price is going to go? How can I get into this trade, John? Like, I'm so lost. I just see two green candles. I don't see anything else. How do I get into a trade? Guys, this is what I'm trying to say. Look at the bigger picture. The bigger picture was what? We're looking at a bullish sentiment. We seen price respecting 38, a bullish sentiment, and we were looking to buy. And because we were looking to buy, it's very simple. Ichimoku was telling us it's a buy. We were only looking to sell to re-enter at a lower price to buy. Yes, I took sells because I know how to trade these sells. So when you're looking at this price right here and you're wondering to yourself, how can I buy? Let's go into the 15-minute, guys. This is a secret. I'm giving you guys a secret. Look at the higher time frame. We have a bullish move, so we're only looking to buy. So go to the 15-minute and guess what you're only going to be doing? Buying. Because why? The higher time frame said so. So that's all we're doing. Let's just say we're looking at a bigger map of Paris, all right? And we go into the 15-minute and that's the street view. So the street view is only going to give us short-term vision on what we should see, not how the market's going to go. When you go to the bigger scope of Paris and you're looking from a bird's eye view, then you understand where bigger streets connect. And that's the resolution on becoming a better trader. Understanding the bigger scope of things, going to a smaller time frame and executing it. So let's get into that right here. So right now I am going to crunch this up so you guys see the bigger move, okay? So let's look at this very, very carefully. All right, let's look at this right here. So guys, if you guys look at this very carefully, I do want to take the Ichimoku off. Let's take away, that's about it because everything else is just trend lines. All right, so let me zoom this in because I really, really want to help you guys to understand where the market is going to go, okay? This is where a lot of advanced traders will become better, but also beginners taking advice to become at least a normal trader, try to make some money, become a retail trader, but advanced retail, okay? Of course, you want to become a professional over time, and it's going to take time, okay, guys? Believe in yourself, please. It's going to happen. So right here, we're going to do this very simple. We're going to zoom in right here to price. And that's it. Okay, so right here was the rejection zone. This is the rejection zone we were looking at on the daily chart. We see price actually going up in value. So let me take away this beautiful fib as well. Okay, perfect. So we see price going up in value. So let's look at this very careful. We have a push up. All right, guys. Then we see price going back down. Then we see price actually pushing down. A lot of people say, hey, John, where can I enter this trade? Is this a great trade to enter? what you could have done is very simple. You're understanding the legs, you're understanding the moves. If you miss this trade, that's totally fine, because this was the first initial move, guys. So technically a lot of people would not have gotten into this trade. Maybe they're scared and they're fearful of losing a lot of money, so that's totally fine. The first leg is giving you confirmation. Okay, you know what, are we going to see another leg? If we see another leg, then maybe my mind will give me confirmation that we will start to look for entries. Okay, so we had a push up. Let's just say this push was all the way up here, exactly where we identify that the change of candles was going to happen. This move right here on the daily was an engulfing candle that was showing us where the sentiment was going to go. We had this beautiful move right here showing us that the pressure was slowly going to go up. Because of this move, we did not enter the market, because when we look left, this structure showing us that this market could still fall. Because we had a breakout of structure right away, in our mind we had a positive look to a bullish move. Because of this move, we waited until we seen a rejection. We seen a rejection in price and seeing a fall back down. So let's see if this zone does capitalize somewhere on the left hand side. So when you guys look very carefully, this move does play a great part. And when we look at this great part, let's draw this in, because I want you guys to understand why this is such a great part to get into. Okay, so let's drag this all the way, and clearly you guys can see something special. All right, let's go like this. Boom. So we can clearly see something special. You know what, I need to go a little bit lower because I would not see past historical data there. So I'll just say like that. Okay, I'll say that, you know what, we had a retest here, and this retest actually made sense. You know why? Look left, there was structure. So this structure was showing us something special. Can that mean that this price can go down? Yes, this means that the price can absolutely go down. We need to be very understanding of what the price is trying to do. All right, we had this beautiful leg as well, and when we seen the price actually going up, it made a beautiful zone here. Then the price continued, then we had a sideways movement, and this sideways movement actually gave you confirmation to something special. We had another zone, and when you guys look at this zone right here, you would understand something really special there. You'll see that it did reject many times, and this rejection is the key to becoming a better trader. This rejection is showing me a lot of volatility in the market, saying, you know what, hold off for a little. You know, we do have sideways movement for more than hours. We had it for a couple of hours, a sideways movement. Remember, this is 15-minute candlestick. And because this is 15-minute candlestick, we had sideways movement for a couple of hours. And because of that, we seen that the price was retesting off of this line. The previous zone right here, we had this beautiful zone and a pullback. This would have been the pullback, guys. Once we seen a breakout of the structure, look left, we had a huge zone. If you guys knew this zone does exist, it's very simple. Let's just take it away. We understand it exists and we need to work with that. So because we know it does exist, we're gonna put the horizontal support and resistance zone. And right away, we see that right now it's in a channel. It's finding resistance on top, finding support on the bottom, guys. So what we need to do is a breakout strategy. We know that this breakout more or less is going to be more to the upside. Do we not know why? I'm going to explain why. What is price recently doing? It's actually making higher highs. It is making higher highs each time. And because it is making higher highs and goes into this formation, we should have a bias that, you know what, there's more than ever, we're going to see a breakout to the upside. And because we had this breakout to the upside, we need to put a limit order and try to get into the trade and take away as much as we can. Look very carefully. Price went up and it came back down. Look very carefully. If we did not get into that trade, what we need to do is understand there was another opportunity for us to get into a buy, right? And if it does flip over, guys, that's totally fine. You will get a short loss, but make sure your ratios are good. You're looking for 1 to 2 at least, minimum, not 1 to 1. Never do 1 for 1. That's considered gambling. I'm at least looking for 1 to 2 or 1 to 3, okay? So right here, guys, when you see this price action, you can see each time is making higher highs each time. Then we get that beautiful pullback, a higher high, and this right here, we look left, there was structure. Right here, this structure is coming to the previous structure, and we have a beautiful zone to buy the market. When we're looking to buy, this is aggressive buying. If you're looking for a breakout strategy, wait for this beautiful trend line to be broken. Once it's broken, look at that structure. It is going to go up. If you missed out, look for a pullback. You have this beautiful pullback. You did not get into that because you thought the market was going to go down. Leave the trade. Don't get into that. Once you see a push to the upside and the market comes back down and respects that same zone, then guess what, guys? You're looking to buy. So a lot of people would say, hey, John, look, what are we going to do with price now? What is price going to do now? So let's look into that. Let's see what price is exactly going to do. Okay, guys. when you look at price right here, the market sentiment right here is going higher. Guys, divergence, it's everywhere. If you guys know how to trade this, you'll make a ton of money. When we know that there's divergence right here, we're looking to sell right around this zone. And when we're looking to sell, of course, you're looking to sell. And where you guys are going to take profit? Exactly at another support and resistance zone. And this is where the take profit would have handled when you took a sell to the downside. Look very carefully. This zone is actually being respected. This is exaggerated divergence. That's so cool to see. Look at that, guys. When you look at this is beautiful. It's like almost similar, while here it's still going lower in price. Can you guys see that very carefully? This is similar while this is going lower in price, thus showing us that the sentiment was a double top formation, right? We had a weaker RSI movement saying the volume is not getting into the market, and showing us that the sell position was more than likely to happen. And now when we look at this, guys, when we look left, there is structure showing us maybe, guess what? This could be another buying opportunity, right? And look left, look right here, right here, right here is another buying opportunity. And this is the question you need to answer yourself. Would you buy the market here knowing that you had double top? Maybe the market is going to do a corrective zone going maybe halfway, then we see actually price going lower. And if it goes lower, we can see a retest of structure exactly at 48,267 zone. So guys, just be aware of where price is trying to go, okay? So when we look at this, we need to realize that, you know, on the higher time frame, there is a great divergence happening. So that means, you know what, maybe our mindset should be more of selling for a short term, but long term, we're still bullish. But if you're not a reverse trader, do not look to sell at all. Only look to buy because you're going with the trend. So understand that formation, guys, and trust me, you'll be better off and you guys are going to just be great traders. So let's go back into the daily and let's look at the bigger picture of things. So when we look at this market on a higher time frame, we need to be aware when we look left, there's a lot of structure showing us there's a lot of support and resistance zone. As a trader, we need to see something very crucial. And it's still happening till this day. So the price is actually doing something that the RSI is not. So we're gonna dictate what is happening with this price. We're gonna actually see an upwards channel. Let's do this really carefully. Let's see how this price is actually going to go. So I'm gonna take this line, let's put it all the way to the top like that. Give or take some inches there, and that's totally fine, guys. Even if it cuts through, don't worry about it. We're just going with the natural flow and seeing where the price is going to go. So what we could see right here, let's draw this trend line on the bottom as well. We could see a beautiful zone being created. Let's go like this. Let's see how it's going to cut into play and see how it's going to be placed over time. So right now we have this beautiful upwards channel and we see something special. The price is still continuously going up while the RSI is still going lower. So guys, there's still a divergence. This divergence pattern is still showing me that, you know what, we're still going to see price going lower. In order for us to continue this bullish momentum trade, we need to see a break of this trend line, going to the upside, retesting that trend line. Then guys, the sky is the limit. We're gonna see all-time highs. We're gonna see zones like 58,798, okay? So those zones are absolutely going to be met. But in order for that to happen, we need this divergence to clear off. Because of this divergence, we do see price maybe retesting again and again and again. So like I said to you guys, I wouldn't be surprised if price goes all the way back down, finds a bigger hold. But in order for that to happen, we need to see this bottom trend line getting broken. If this bottom trend line holds the position of price, then we're gonna look for a buy position on this trend line and shoot to the upper length of that trend line. So guys, like I said, we're still bullish. Look at the Ichimoku, and the Ichimoku is still showing us the lagging is above, the cloud is above, the sentiment is still going up. All we need to work off are these zones. So right now we can see a short period pause. We can see price going back down just for a short period of time. We can see it go to the bottom length, or we can see a halfway. Well, we will see price actually going like this until it finds confirmation to actually do something very special. In order for this to happen, we'll see price breaking above this trend line. Once we see price breaking this trend line, retesting that trend line, then guess what, guys? Then we will see price going above. And that's the only time we will see price going really high. We'll see price just shooting to the sky. So like I said, this is going to just get bigger. So we'll just see how it plays off. If this trend line does hold for a long period of time, all we're gonna do is sell off the top of this trend line and buy at the very bottom. But remember guys, if you're trading this long term, it is bullish. If you're just trading to reverse trade, you could sell the market and make a quick buck, okay? Hope you guys enjoy this video. I try to show you as much as I can, and I appreciate every single one of you guys for doing me a favor, commenting, sharing, subscribing. Everyone that has been a part of my journey, I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you guys for being more than just a community. You guys are truly the real stars behind this, and I appreciate every single one of you guys. Thank you guys, and take it easy. John out. Peace.